double chamois.
Double chamois.
Double chamois. I'm taking no chances. I'm going double chamois and a massive, massive wad of Sudocreme.
For this episode, do you know, I did this to people listening. I put Davy's bum on the clipperboard thing. Is that what it's called? Clipperboard? Clapperboard. Nearly.
It's close.
I looked in my notes. The only thing I had in my notes was "How's your bum?" So welcome to the Davy's bum episode of the Ride Companion.
Yeah, dude, Davy's bum. Want to see it in 4K?
How is it, dude? So what have you just done? Let's start.
We're
with
straight
that.
in, aren't we?
What have you just done?
Straight in.
What have you just done?
So my friend Alex and I just did the Trans Pennine Trail.
Yeah.
And a hell of a thing it was. I know I've got my bike with me. I thought I'd do show and tell.
Yeah, nice.
Sat here like I've ridden to, I don't know, up Everest or something. It's like literally, it's pretty crap. But I thought if I do show and tell, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm aware that it's not the biggest achievement of all time. But for me, it's my round the world. You know,
and it has more meaning, doesn't it? I bumped into Olly up the trails, and he said this is like the exact date that you two actually got helied off Loch Ness as well. So it's like
yeah. So Alex, you know, one of my best friends, Alex. 6 years ago, we got helied out of Loch Ness on a trip that we did, which was our 30 for what did we call it? 30 for 30. I think we called it 30 for 30 originally, but then it became 30 for 32, 30 for 34, 30 for 36. So it was 30. We basically came up with this concept of doing 30 things before we turned 31. That's what it was. 30 before 30. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
We called it something. One of the things on there was to kayak the Caledonian Canal, which we attempted and failed because we fell in Loch Ness, as probably people know if you listen to the show.
So what is the canal then?
The Caledonian Canal. It's basically a canal network that runs from Inverness to Fort William. That's correct, isn't it, Doug? Thank you.
So you got quite far to get to Loch Ness then?
Yeah, we almost did it. It was very close. We were about 10 miles away from finish. We did
I thought
about
you were going to
90,
say it starts in Loch Ness.
We fell in there. Again, many people probably know. I'm not bored people to death with that, but there is a backstory podcast if anyone cares to listen to it. But it was pretty gnarly. It was kind of a life-changing thing, actually, when I really think about it. Fell in Loch Ness, was in there for nearly an hour.
Yeah.
Airlifted out, you know, all these sort of few medical complications after it, etc., etc. So anyway, every year we at least try to meet up, do something. You know, we see each other all the time anyway, or just try and do something around that weekend and just remember that we're still alive, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So last year, Alex actually went and did the Caledonian Canal on his own.
Did he? He
wanted to complete it, yeah, which I think was gnarly. So he did it on his own. You? He did invite me, yeah, and I hard pass. But he actually did it in the gnarliest way. He how did he? He relayed himself. So he took his truck and he parked at one end. How did he do it? I can't remember how he worked the vehicle out. I'd have to ask him. I can't remember how he did it. No, that's right. He took his truck and then he would run 12 miles. He kayaked 12 miles roughly, then run back to get his truck, drive to where the kayak was, kayak another 12 miles, run back to get the truck, and he relayed himself 100 miles over about 3 or 4 days. I think 4 days it took him. God. So a marathon a day running and also kayaking. Anyway, that was last year he did that. And then about 6 or 7 months ago on a gravel ride, he broke his femur. And he wanted to just do something as a challenge to sort of get back out there into the world.
Thought gravel ride.
I know, gravel ride. So yeah, this was a bit definitely out of our comfort zone. He's recovering from a broken femur. The longest bike ride Alex has ever done is 10 miles.
Really?
Yeah, which he did on last Monday, and then we set off on the Friday. So yeah.
Oh, well, that's got to be quite comforting. At least you're not going with someone who's like, you know, like...
Yeah, weapon.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my only experience of bigger rides
But you are the weapon in this case. You've got the more experience riding.
Definitely more experience riding. Yeah, definitely more experience riding. But, Yeah, I guess, yeah, in a way, I am the weapon in this case, aren't I? So he did this ride on Monday and rang me and he was like, mate, that was really hard. I've been 10 miles. But 10 miles where we live is very different to riding along canals and stuff.
Yeah.
So, 2 weeks ago, I think he told me, he's like, I've got this idea. I want to go and do the Pennine Trail. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'm in. So, I mean, I was in and I wasn't in, dude.
Yeah.
I was in, but I'm like, if he forgets to tell me about it and he goes on his own, I'll be absolutely fine with this.
Yeah.
It's just not my idea of fun anymore. I don't know. Is it? I've thought about this a lot.
The idea of it isn't. The reality is different.
It's very type 2 fun, which I think I've fallen out with as I've got older. Type 2 fun isn't me anymore. I'm very type 1. So for people who don't know what that means, type 1 would be...
E-biking.
Exactly. Type 1 is e-biking. It's all fun, all killer, no filler. Type 2 is very much a long day out, and then you look back, you sat in your tent, and you go, that was actually kind of fun.
Yeah,
that's what type 2 is.
Putting yourself through something, aren't you?
Yeah, which is what this definitely was. So no preparation, no training. So my long riding experience would be I've done one gravel ride in my life, which was when Focus launched that gravel bike you've got.
Yeah, Atlas. Yeah.
When they launched that, I did a ride on that. I did a 50-mile ride. We took a photographer, James, me and Neil, and we did a 50-mile gravel ride. And that was really, really hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I really enjoyed it that much, but yeah, anyway. The other long ride I've ever done would be a 60-mile road ride. That's the biggest road ride I've ever done.
Yeah.
And that ripped my legs off. The plan with that was to do 100 miles. And again, I went with Neil from Focus, and I just sat behind him, and I think that was really hard because I was trying to keep up, and Neil is a bit of a weapon on a road bike.
Yeah.
So I was just always trying to keep up, and I think you get leg burn, and I just bonked at 60 miles, like a heavy bonk. So that was in the back of my mind, dude, before we did this. I kept saying to Alex, because he's like, oh, it'll be all right, we'll just potter along. I'm like, mate, if you get to that point where you're bonking that hard, for me, it's where your jaw goes. When the jaw drops... when your jaw's gone and you've got no energy, you're not coming back from that. It's game over, isn't it? So I was really mindful of that because I don't actually like that feeling.
So it's called the Pennine Way?
Yes, the Pennine Trail.
Pennine Trail.
The Trans Pennine Trail.
And to?
So the Trans Pennine Trail I've done a little research into this.
Nice.
Because we both, Alex and I, got it totally wrong. So the Trans Pennine Trail, they came up with the idea for it in the 80s, and it was basically just a way of linking the east and the west of the UK,
right?
For like a trail that anyone could use, whether you're running, in a wheelchair even, or cycling.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the objective is it links old railway tracks, canals, and bits and bobs like that, and it obviously links them through going through some urban areas.
Yeah.
And it's a bit rural in places, but for the most part you're quite close to towns and villages and stuff like that. So basically it goes from Hornsey on the east coast of the UK, over to Southport on the west coast.
Yeah.
So straight across through the Pennines. Or you can do it the way we did it. There's 2 major cities just underneath both of those start and ending points. One is Hull and one is Liverpool.
Okay.
So most people do Hull to Liverpool because it's easy to get to on a train.
Yeah.
And then it's easy to get home when you get to the other side. So again, there's different ways I think you can do it. You could go west to east, or you can go east to west. But a great tip that I got off someone was look at the wind, see what the wind's doing. Usually it's blowing east to west, and you kind of want to have it behind you because it's going to help a bit. So we decided to go east to west.
Okay.
Zero preparation. Mate, zero preparation.
Mate, your show and tell says otherwise.
Well, this is quite funny because I somehow ended up with the sickest gravel setup known to man, I think.
Yeah, it looks dialed.
It's actually dialed. My friend, on the other hand, didn't really have a sick setup. It was heavy. It wasn't really put together. Anyway, so yeah, I had no idea what to do coming into this. So very lucky, obviously, to be helped out by Marin. So I hit them up. I'm like, do you have a gravel bike? I didn't even know if they did one in the range. They're like, yeah, we've got one. We've got a demo bike. We can get it to you. Take that. All good. So the bike came first. So I'm like, right, I've got this bike. Pretty cool. It's quite nice. It's light, I think, for a gravel bike. It seems to be. It's 1x12 speed. It's got all the stuff that I guess it's got. It's got bolt holes all over it. And I'm like, right, you can do stuff with this. So then I put a little video up on Instagram because I genuinely was looking online and I'm like, what do you get? But how do I carry my stuff?
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna need a tent and a this and a that because we wild camped the whole thing. So yeah, I put a video.
That's much harder as well.
Yeah.
So I've never done that. I've never
really
done camping biking. No.
So
there's a lot more stuff you got to bring in there.
Yeah. So I made a little video, put it on Instagram, and was like, look, I've got this bike. I'm going gravel bike. I'm going bikepacking. In 2 days, 3 days, I can't remember what it was. It was short. What do I need? And people started commenting, and the lovely people at Restrap reached out and were like, don't worry, we got you. So they sent the bags that are on the bike at the moment. So I'll give you a quick.
There's a few of them, dog. It's looking pretty.
So we went for the fork bags. So in the fork bags, I carried. This side had food and clothes, and the other side also had food and clothes. Yeah. So I thought if I put the weight and some light stuff at the front, that would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
I got a frame bag, so that had inner tube, puncture repair stuff, CO2 canister, etc.
That's the garage.
Yeah,
nice.
The other side also had some more food in it.
Nice.
Like nuts and bits of stuff like that.
Berries.
Top tube bag. Very handy, in a nice location to get to, very easy.
Telephone for selfies and influencing.
And GoPro.
Nice.
And then on the back, the big one, which is a saddle bag, that's got tent, sleeping bag, pillow, and a roll mat.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't it?
And yeah, again, very Type 2 fun, but actually genuinely looking back, quite enjoyed it. So anyway, so that's my setup. That's what I took. They did send a bar bag as well that I gave to Alex because he had no way of carrying most of his stuff.
Just a plastic bag.
Literally, yeah, pretty much. The only thing I did that is probably not very bikepacky was I took a backpack, which I really regret because my shoulders are still hurting.
Yeah.
But that's because I couldn't figure out where to put water, and I drink a lot of water because I've got a kidney thing or liver. I don't know. It's one of them. I have no clue. So,
where was the water? It was in the backpack, yeah.
Yeah,
so
I got a Camelback.
Nice.
Again, probably a bit big, 3 litre. So it's basically like 3 kilogram, and I also put a jacket and a few bits and bobs in it, like fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
That was probably a mistake because, again, after like one day, I'm like, oh, my wrists are hurting.
But
okay, what did I do?
Did your bum hurt?
I've been all right.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have a chamois on?
Yeah,
okay.
I double chamois.
Because I couldn't tell from the things you put up.
Yeah.
It looked like you were wearing jeans. I was like, what? This guy's savage. He's
jeans. Yeah. Sort of jeans, yeah. So I just went double chamois.
Double chamois.
I'm taking no chances. I'm going double chamois and a massive wad of Sudocrem every morning and through the day.
Really, yeah.
Just kept Sudocreming her up, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the ass has been good. It's been fine. That's actually impressive. Fine. I'm actually okay. Neck hurts. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, stuff like your neck's sort of in a weird position, aren't you, all day?
I always get really bad
wrists.
Neck. Pins and needles?
Nah, no pins and needles. Nice. Just wrists hurting just from being on the bars.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it's just flat all day, you just sort of sat upright, just in an uncomfy position.
Yeah.
I also discovered, and yeah, pant-wise, I just went, they're like from 9 Yard, they're just like riding combat jeans.
Oh, okay, so they are riding ones.
Yeah, they are riding ones. They got a bit of elastic on them, but I thought if I wear actual riding pants, they might be a bit uncomfy because I've put a bit of weight on and I don't fit in them. So I'm going to have to like really try to get the button to close.
Cinch them up.
Whereas those ones are like elasticated, like pregnancy jeans. So I went for that instead. So yeah, and then dude, just literally this t-shirt and a hoodie. So not very gravel bikey, but that's pretty much all I took.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think as far as setup goes. Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. Like loads of electrolytes in the little bottle. Yeah. So I put my little bottle on. I got a Restrap bottle cage, filled that full of electrolytes and some juice, just like really hardcore. So I just kept squirting in my Camelback.
Yeah.
And just kept drinking.
So how long were you doing per day? Because I don't know how long it was actually. Yeah.
No. So it's funny, man. We missed the first train, which put us back a little bit. So because we both don't do public transport, and we're sat in the train station. We were an hour early for the train. Yeah. And we sat with our backs to it.
Yeah. Oh no.
And people were coming on gravel bikes as well, and like, hey, yeah. And they just go behind us, and we
imagine them watching,
thinking
as they pull away
anything of it, and then I'm like, oh, the train should be here. It's 9:48, and then as we look round, it was
going. No.
So yeah, that was kind of the start of it. But anyway, so we got to Hull. So I'll break it down to 3 days, and I don't want to bore people to death because I'm sure people are like, yeah, fucking hell, dude, you rode across the country. It's not that hard. Not like you've been anywhere like Mongolia or something. So yeah, 3 days. So first day, this is the way we did it. I think most people would probably do it this way. Hull to around Doncaster.
Right.
So first day was 63 miles.
Yep. And that's got elevation and it's bumpy. Or...
Nah. So it says the Trans Pennine Trail is roughly 60% off-road.
Yeah.
The 40%, I think the majority of that is done on the first day.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah, so getting out of Hull.
So nice, easy day on the first day.
Relatively easy. Like, we were both chilling.
Yeah.
And I was very careful, like I said to you. I kept telling Alex, I'm like, mate, don't ride into a bonk. Every hour we're stopping, putting some fuel in our body, having a stretch, having a, just whatever. Just do something just for 10 minutes, just to get out of the saddle and then go again. So that's what we did pretty much every day, give or take. We'd just do an hour, stop, wherever we were, have a break, eat some food, carry on. So yeah, the first day, I'd say, is a road ride on a gravel bike carrying kit, which is it's okay, but it's a bit crap at times.
And then where'd you camp?
So then that's the problem, because we didn't obviously have a campsite or anything. We're wild camping. So you kind of always, looking for somewhere. And we kind of overrun on time a little bit. It got to about 8 o'clock at night and it was going dark and we couldn't find anywhere to camp. We found this really beautiful long canal, but it looked on a map like, there's like woods at the side of it, but it was just shrubland. It was just like bog. Yeah. So we ended up camping on a farmer's drive, basically, which turns out the idea of wild camping is quite exciting to me. I'm like, it's going to be so fun. You're going to like hide in a bush. It's going to be so good. But the reality of it is you don't sleep because you're just thinking someone's going to come and tell you to move. So the first night, I probably got an hour's sleep.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, and I think we camped next to this bit of water. It was a driveway, literally a farmer's field driveway. And we're like, let's just get down now. It's going dark. And we're up early. As soon as it's sunrise, we're up and get out. So yeah, you kind of just... uncomfy as well, dude. I'm not built for camping. Like, I don't like camping, I'll be honest.
Do you not know?
No. It's crap.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you seen that? You just made me think of that YouTuber. There's like a stealth camping YouTuber and he camps on like roundabouts and stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I have quite seen that interesting there, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like the idea of it's really romanticised. You're like, that'd be really fun. Yeah. But the reality of it is you are like, is that a footstep?
Is that a human turd? I've got my
yeah,
head
exactly.
on.
Yeah. And I think wherever we camped, there was some wildlife, and I could hear footprints outside. Might have been deer, fox. I don't know, because we had food. And then for me, like my heart rate goes through the roof, and I'm like, what's going on? What's that outside? What's that outside? Can't sleep.
You can't sleep. Yeah.
So it's just this vicious circle, and homeboy Alex at the side of me snoring his head off as well. We literally put our tents side by side.
Yeah.
So yeah, no real sleep the first night. Then we got up, we got into a place called Selby. So basically the second day we did Doncaster to Stockport. So the second day was the biggest day, which was 73 miles, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty big. I'd say if the first day is a road ride, the second day is very much a long climb. It's kind of like, the Trans Pennine Trail is kind of like this.
Okay.
It's kind of like flat for a day, and then it's slowly and all the time you're kind of looking at the ground like this is slightly uphill.
Yeah.
So every canal, it seems just slightly uphill. But yeah, we just climb and climb, and then you basically climb through what is actually interesting about it is you pass through all these different councils, and it's crazy to see how they all look after this national treasure, the Pennine Trail, really differently. So some of them are like really ropey. They've not done anything to it. It's kind of like overgrown and it's narrow and it's down maybe the side of someone's houses or whatever. And then some of them are just beautiful. It's got a cafe on it, or it's like a visitor centre and some history about it and this and that. And the one from Penistone, which is at the back of Sheffield. So we went Doncaster, through Rotherham, over Barnsley to Sheffield. Round the back of Sheffield, there's a place called Penistone. And that was like just beautifully tarmacked, just this slightly gradual uphill, but it was just really nice. And you're just like, this is lovely. We could do this all day. So nice. But then basically you climb up onto something called Woodhead Pass, which is a road which goes to Manchester, and it's in the Peak District, and it's pretty steep and horrible, and you basically climb all the way up it. So that was a bit of a reality check. That's midpoint on day 2 for us as well, so starting to feel it a little bit. Legs are a bit tired, a bit sore, and then you just do this horrible road climb.
Is there a point where you start descending? Or?
Yeah, then you but it's really slow. It's just like a gradual descent into like Manchester. But yeah, beautiful up there, dude. Like, I drive the Woodhead Pass all the time, and I always think, oh, I wonder what's up there. And now it's the Trans Pennine Trail. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we had some lunch up there. And then you basically go along the Woodhead Pass. It's like reservoirs, and it's really beautiful. Along like an old canal, an old railway, that one.
Yeah.
And then, so the end of day 2, God, this is boring. But the end of day 2, same problem. Couldn't find anywhere to stop. Basically, just outside Stockport.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure everyone from Stockport are lovely people, but it's not the nicest place. Right. It's not like a nice area, I don't think.
Do you get excited that you've got? Is it fun that you've got at the end of the day this mission to like? Find
it is for Alex. It's not for me. Just straight away, I was like, dude, Premier in Stockport. I'm like looking at it on my phone. I'm like, let's just go there. No hassle. Like, it's all good. So anyway, we're in this country park, and we're trying to find somewhere to camp. And we'd just ridden past loads of beautiful places. But I think again, you're like, oh, if we just go a bit further, there'll be something better. Yeah, you kind of do that, but for like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be a bit more down here. Oh, let's just go a bit further. And, you know, we bumped into a few people doing the same thing, and they'd be camping in these nice woods, and you're like, oh, we'll find better one down here. Kept going. And we ended up about half a mile outside Stockport town centre in this park. Like, oh, we're going to have to stop here. It's going dark. There was, you know, bless them, there was Saurons riding around. I went to try and find somewhere better after Alex found a place, and there was like a load of homeless people in tents as well. And I'm like, mate, there's homeless people. I'm sure they're fine, but literally there. And we're going to like leave these bikes and all this stuff. And so, yeah, night.
I guess it just doesn't match with what you'd imagined.
No.
The wild camping, it's not really like.
You're just in a park in a town.
Yeah.
Like, where you know that people are probably going to be coming home drunk, and like, you know what I mean? And it just makes me, I'm not good at that stuff. I wish I was. I wish I could just turn it off and be like, it'll be fine. Who's going to approach you in a tent? It's going to be fine.
It is the reality, because it's actually probably quite scary approaching someone in a tent.
Definitely. You don't know who's in there, do you?
No. Exactly.
So, yeah. Night 2, 0 sleep, I think, again.
Oh, no.
Alex had his watch. He'd got a Garmin, and it said 30 minutes sleep on it in the morning. And we kept like checking in with each other at night. I'm like, are you still awake? He's like, yeah. Okay. And we were right underneath Manchester flight path, Manchester airport flight path. So it's like planes going over. Oh, mate, it was so crap. You know, you're just laying there, just waiting to get up.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable as well. I've got a hip problem, I think, as well, which I've had for years, but I struggle to sleep anyway. I have to like open my legs right wide to sleep, and I have to like lay on my hip, otherwise it aches. Sorry, I thought you laughed at that. Open my legs to sleep. Okay. Yeah, so I have to like open my legs to sleep. So I've been in a sleeping bag. It's like really, I just feel claustrophobic and just not nice. Not nice at all. And then I guess the last day was kind of sick, because you know you're going to finish. So
and you're going to go home. The last day you stay at home.
Yeah, last day we go home. So last day was into Liverpool from Stockport, 43 miles, I think, give or take, about 43 miles, which again, I lost total understanding of mileage, and I'd be like, oh, 40 miles, that's 4 hours, all good. But it's really not for us, because we were going quite steady. But, you know, you kind of just lose track. You kind of like, you know, you're riding along for what feels like 2 hours, and you think you've done 20 miles, and you check in, and he's like, oh yeah, we've done 6. You're like, fuck. Oh, okay, all right, keep going, keep grinding it out.
Do you like anything about that? Like being in like a rhythm and just...
A bit of it, yeah. I feel like it comes a bit, you kind of separate from yourself a bit. I don't know if you know, if you've ever had that. But kind of like when we finished, you just think, oh, what? We just did that. I feel like we've just been a different headspace. You're just doing the thing. It's like tunnel vision, isn't it? You just
I agree.
On
it's
bike,
like a rhythm, just
keep going, just keep pedaling. Don't stop. Just obviously stop, but don't think about the outside world and whatnot. You know, and which was good. I think I needed it. It was so nice. I said to my partner and my parents, I'm like, I'm turning my phone off for 3 days, and that's all I'm doing. I'm just going to be doing this thing and just disconnecting from everything and everyone, which was really nice. But yeah, you're going to a weird headspace where you just keep moving forwards, keep doing the thing, say hello to loads of people as you're riding past. And again, like, we didn't go hard, you know, we both we're not like that, you know. Alex was coming back from this broken femur, and I didn't want to have sore legs and bonk, to be honest. So we just went really steady, an average of 10 mile an hour, I think, give or take, every day. And if you do 40 miles, it's going to take you roughly 4 hours with some stops after, you know, whatever, you probably be around 5-6 hour mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just took it steady, dude. And
nice.
It was fun. It really was. It was good. I think it's a way to connect with someone, with your mate, hang out together. There's no distraction. You're just pedaling along doing this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, super interesting to see all the different ways that it's looked after along the way, like the different councils how they look after it. Really cool to see different people using the trail as well. I felt that was quite interesting, you know, especially on a Sunday morning. You've got people out on e-bikes.
Yeah.
Kind of jealous of them. You're just like, fuck. Riding along, older people, you know, people running on it. It's kind of cool.
Do you think you would get in the rhythm of it if you went for longer? If it was like...
Oh, I don't know. I think that was about me, to be honest.
But like in theory...
Yeah.
Just you could repeat it. You didn't get up and feel like, oh my... You know, you're not actually close to the edge of complete exhaustion and
not
failure.
at all. No, I agree with you, actually.
I wonder how long...
Yeah.
Before it... I think... You know, like Forrest Gump, for instance, a great example.
Yeah.
You know, he starts off and he's just like running, and then by a certain point, he's really good at it and he's really efficient. And
I agree.
I wonder how long.
I agree.
We joked when I did Trans Madeira. We were like, God, imagine if this is what you had to do every day to be a pro rider. So you had to do that 9 to 5, like every day. It became entirely unsustainable. Like,
yeah, and also I think every day, especially mountain biking, you're pushing your legs probably way harder than what we did on that.
Like the efforts, I know what you mean.
I kept thinking about that. I kept thinking, you know, I've just done, for example, day 2. I'm like, I've done 70 odd miles today. My legs are fine. Like, I feel kind of okay.
Yeah.
But it's not because I'm any fitter. I think it's just because we were just in this nice cadence. As soon as it started getting hard, you just go down a few gears.
Well, it sounds like you got it right, dude. It does
where
sound
sunrise,
like right.
and I was thinking about this loads. Like, if I went out with you on a regular bike now, and you're fit probably at the moment, you've been riding a lot, my legs would hurt more after that than they do now after doing like best part of 200 miles. But that's because you'd be in that cadence of pushing and leg burn, where we're really mindful of not getting to that. I mean, there's a bit of it, obviously, because you're riding for a long time, but not that pure exhaustion where you're blowing and your legs are throbbing. You know, we just always stop.
I go on that. I go on turbos.
Yeah.
And when you start knowing like the watts, it's really interesting because you like there are watts that you could just sustain for.
Yeah.
It feels so easy.
Yeah.
And you feel like you could just sustain it for days. I'm sure you can't. And I'm sure I've previously gone on road rides where I've not been putting a massive effort in and I've not been going super fast. And then I've reached a point where I've reached complete exhaustion. My legs are cramping and I've never really put any watts in.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you do a mountain bike ride where you're going so slow and you're going up steep hills and cranking. And then you go for 20 miles sometimes and your legs, especially around where you live.
Mate, yeah, definitely.
Like if you did a 20-mile, a 30-mile mountain bike ride, you've actually had a good old day on the tools.
You'd be sore the day after.
Whereas you 20 miles round here, you're
it's different. It's definitely different.
Chill, yeah.
But I kept thinking about that all the time. I'm like, you know, I'm really nursing my legs because I feel like if you'd have ridden into that feeling, it would have been horrendous for days. You know, the next days after, it'd just be too shit. And it's about, you know, we were both there to enjoy it, not to race it. I spoke to a few people, especially people who reached out, who've done that, I mean, they call it a trail. I don't know, is it a trail? A lot of it's on the road, but I guess it's kind of a trail. But a lot of people have done it in 2 days. And I think, you could do it in 2 days if you really wanted to push a little harder. It's about 100 odd mile a day, camp somewhere, crack on the next day. But we were just there to enjoy it and to just have fun with it. So it's kind of cool.
I wrote in longest bike ride ever, which I know is quite a dumb thing to write into Google, but that's what Google's good for. So the greatest distance ever cycled in a year. Okay. So this is actually quite interesting, isn't it? It's quite relevant to what we're talking about. How long could you sustain it? What is like... Because I would say if this is the longest ever cycled in a year, then by 300 and something days, You're probably averaging out at what you would consider achievable. You know, like she's probably on the edge of like what she can do. I would imagine by the end she knows she's got it dialed.
Go a bit for yeah.
So
let's have a guess.
Yeah, should we guess? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't guess. But
I bet you get closer than me.
Let's find out. Well, let's hear your guess. Let's hear your guess.
In a year.
365 days. Is that in a year? It's a year.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go 110,000 miles.
110,000 miles. Let's find out after the ad break.
Like it. All right, folks. Let's be real for a second. If you're watching this podcast or listening, then chances are you've probably got a face. Right? Got a face? Yeah, everyone's got a face. We also all love mountain biking, getting outside and pushing our boundaries to the limit. But do you know what really takes a beating? Our skin. Sun, sweat, stress, and let's face it, just existing all add up over the years. One day you're looking fresh, feeling invincible. And the next you catch yourself in the mirror and you're thinking, when did I start looking like I've been riding against a headwind for a decade? Or maybe you see a vision of Olly and you think, holy, I need to sort this out. Anyway, that's where OneSkin comes in. OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company tackling aging at the molecular level because moisturizer, it ain't cutting it anymore. The OS01 peptide is scientifically proven to reverse the skin's biological age by targeting those worn out, troublemaking cells that make us look older than we feel. Think of it like bike maintenance for your face, except instead of lubing your chain, you're restoring your skin to peak performance. Smoother, firmer, younger looking skin. No weird gimmicks, just straight up science. So, if you want your face to match the youthful energy you feel when you drop into a new trail, or at least make it look like you get more sleep than you actually do, that's quite important. It's time to start your new face, eye, and body routine today. Get 15% off with the code RIDECOMPANION at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code RIDECOMPANION. Remember, we only get one body, one skin, and only you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin. Cheers, OneSkin.
Okay, what a great ad break. We're back.
Yes.
So the greatest distance ever cycled in a year, did you say miles?
Yeah, 110,000 miles.
It's 86,573 miles achieved by Amanda Coker between May the 15th and May the 14th in 2016.
She missed the day.
The record was verified by the World Ultracycling Association.
Beast. What's that work out at a day?
She also set the fastest time to 100,000 miles.
Oh, she carried on?
At 420 days. Oh my goodness, she's a beast.
That's a beast.
So yeah, so what is that divided by?
I'm just going to do it.
Are you doing it? So it's 86,500 miles, let's say. Round it down.
86,000. Oh.
A bit stingy of me, but
86,000.
I'm sure she wouldn't be very happy with
divided by 365?
Yeah.
236.98 miles a day.
Oh my.
Beast. Straight savage. Straight up savage.
God.
I bet she's fun to be around.
Oh my goodness.
Can I give you my stats? After we've just heard hers.
Oh, hey, just she alternated between a road bike, a recumbent, and a triathlon bike. I bet she did.
Recumbent?
Yeah.
That's a lay down one?
Yeah.
Wow.
I reckon the butt got a bit.
I reckon that was a 10-mile day.
Savage. Yeah.
That's so horrible.
That's such a lot.
Yeah, so much.
Have you actually got your stats?
Yeah. Only from Strava.
Yeah, that's good.
So we ours was a total of 187 miles, which was 19 hours of moving time, and 4,770 feet of elevation, which isn't nothing actually. I'm actually quite stoked with the elevation. I don't think that's nothing. So yeah, there you go. We did the Trans Pennine Trail, me and my friend, with no training. So I guess if you were thinking of doing it, I would advise it. One thing I would say, if I've got advice for anyone doing it, not get good navigation, but it's not that well signposted.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time lost or going in the wrong direction and then having to ride back to somewhere. So we had 3 different maps and all of them said different things a lot of the time. So we had a Garmin one. I don't know where the Garmin data comes from. So Alex, bless him, had that on his watch. Then we had the official Trans Pennine Trail interactive map from the website on his phone, plus Google Maps. And every now and again, it'd tell you 3 different ways. Because I think there's a walking route as well. But they're really close. And sometimes it'd take you down the wrong ones. And
it's how painful is it when you just go even a mile off course and you have to go a mile back.
Yeah, we did that about 4 times, I think, where we get actually a bit lost and you just lose where it was. So yeah, my advice would be definitely get good navigation, stop a lot, definitely go east to west, depending on the wind, and expect to be sat in the saddle a lot.
Oh, it's good, but you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
Are you booking yourself in for Land's End to John O'Groats?
We did talk about this, but no, 100% not. We got a friend who did that, actually, and he did that with barely any training, just kind of set off and just cracked on with it. It's about 100 mile a day.
I would actually love to do it.
You should do it.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I'd love to do it. I love the idea of it. It would be really cool. When am I going to do it?
Yeah, you need 10 days. You need 10 days, I think. Is it about 1,100 miles? I think it's roughly 100 miles a day.
It's the roadway using the traditional route is 874 miles.
Oh, right. Okay.
And the record was
2 days.
43 hours, 25 minutes.
There you go. Savages.
Mad people.
Holy. Yeah. Mate, it's not for me, I'll be honest. But I did it. I think when I say it's not for me, again, thought about this a lot. Never had a gravel bike. Probably not keeping this gravel bike, I'll be honest with you, because I don't really see myself doing it that often. The idea of just riding around 20 miles, having a camp, somewhere somewhere nice, but there's no trouble. You're not going to be on the edge of a park or on a farmer's field or whatever. And then riding home in the morning.
I can see that.
It's kind of cool.
And where you live, you can actually go wildernessy.
Yeah, we can get out and do cool, see nice places, do cool things. But I guess that part of the thing of doing that trail is that you don't know where you're going to camp. You don't know how far you're going to get.
Yeah.
We had 0 bike issues, so that was cool. Like 0. Absolutely. In fact, we did have one, which was Hump. They're called Hump, the brand. The pannier crap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Allegedly. Crap. It was Alex's, it just kept falling apart. Like, all the things were falling off it. We had to keep strapping it back on with various things we were finding. Yeah, it's rubbish. So yeah, that's, I can see, I'm not really a long distance guy, dude. Never have been really. Like, not really, I don't really find loads of enjoyment in it. But again, Type 2 fun. Looking back, it was a good laugh. And
yeah, I'm stoked. That's cool that you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Do you know I've just got stuck looking on the Wikipedia page of long distance cycling records.
What else is there?
Well, Land's End to John O'Groats, the fastest time is 43 hours and 25 minutes. That was in 2018 by Michael Broadwith.
Wow.
What would you say the record would be? So that's 43 hours, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
What would you say the record in 96 that was set by Andy Wilkinson in 41 hours?
Wow. So he knocked 2
hours off. It was on a
off
recumbent bicycle with a fairing.
Wow.
So the upright, I did that in the wrong order. I was going to reveal that it was 41 hours.
Wow.
Upright is 43 hours. Recumbent is 41 hours.
Wow. And a recumbent, if I'm right, is sat, isn't it, pedalling? It's not
That's right, yeah.
It's just sat pedalling.
That's right,
They look really unstable and
I don't think they work well as a mountain bike.
Just like, what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any on the World Cup downhill circuit anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
How fun would it be to do a recumbent downhill race? Probably not very fun, but like the idea of it, I love the idea of it.
Let's set it up.
Wacky races.
I'm sure there's a... My dad rings me every single time we do a podcast. Why is
He knows. It is true, actually, yeah.
Every single time. Yeah, man. I don't know. It was fun. Good thing to do. And I'm glad I did it. I am stoked that I did it. I know I keep going on about it, but I am stoked I did it. It's good. Sometimes it's good just to push yourself a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
and
very
I think
cool.
especially if you just need to just get away for a few days, then
wicked.
Take a tent and get away for a few days, go have an adventure with your mate. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Kind of cool.
One that I'm actually quite likely to do because it's exciting is the Pacific Coast Highway.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least the stretch from San Fran to
That'd
LA.
be nice.
I'm very lucky in that Georgie loves this stuff.
Yeah.
Say lucky, she's also very fast, so it's not that fun sometimes.
Yeah, I'd like her to do the one I just did. I'd love to see how quick she could do it.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrific. She wouldn't sleep. Like it's literally what she used to do. She used to do those biking man ultras.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of those?
No.
When when I used to do like dot watching, I'd just be watching my girlfriend on a map in Oman.
Yeah.
Riding around for 70 hours without sleeping and stuff. But if we could, maybe I could make her brakes drag a bit so I could keep up and do Pacific Coast Highway. I'd really love
That'd
to.
be a nice one.
You've been down that road.
Yeah. The one.
How dreamy is it? Yeah, the one. Oh,
That
you'd
would
have to
be
go
nice.
from San Fran to LA, so you're always on the coast side.
Yes.
Through Big Sur.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I love the idea of it. Again, when am I going to do it? But I would love to.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just about making time for it, isn't it? I'm trying to think if there's any... There isn't really any more I want to tick off. The only one I wanted to do the Trans Pennine Trail, which is... No, Trans Pennine Way, which is different, but that's hiking.
Okay, got you.
That's a walking one. I was really keen to do that. But yeah, I think I'm good for a bit now. I can chill for a bit. I might keep this bike for a bit. Do some short ones from home. Go stay in the woods one night.
Short camping ones.
Ride
Nice.
home. Yeah, it'd be nice. Take some food with you.
Yeah.
And just hang out and do that. I think that would be kind of cool.
Well, big congrats. Round of applause for completing it. Come on.
Fucking
We've
hell.
got the bike here. Come on.
Show and tell with the bike. People are like, dude, what? People do that on a day, just out riding roads.
That's good.
Dear. Speaking of adventures, Katy Perry went to space.
Oh, mate. Poor thing's come back to a bit of a PR nightmare, hasn't she?
Yeah, seemingly, yeah. What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you know what I do? What I do think is you can't expect. Like, I know she's come across a certain way with what she's, like with all of this stuff. I haven't really followed it properly, but I saw the video clip of her with the flower and stuff.
Daisy, yeah.
Like, the reality is you can't expect her to be normal, can you? She's like surrounded with people that all say yes the whole time. Yes, Katy. Yes, Katy. You're the best, Katy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect her to...
No.
She's literally hitting home runs. She farts and she's got someone sniffing deeply behind her.
True, yeah, true.
What a wonderful smell, Katy. Like, that's her experience of the world.
Yeah.
So I think it doesn't come as a surprise that she's maybe slightly disconnected. And she's probably quite surprised herself at what people have said. Like, they're all mean, jealous people.
Did they pay to go on that? Do you know? On the
I
cock
actually
rocket?
don't know enough about it to talk.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to.
Like,
I just thought I'd just throw it out there because it's made me laugh.
it is fascinating, isn't it?
The fact that there's just this billionaire that's just putting women in space.
It's so
mental.
bizarre.
Just on a cock rocket and just firing them up there. I think they're just in space, right? They're not, but she's technically, they are technically astronauts.
Yeah.
Which is...
What? How long was the space flight? Like it's just so Hollywood to talk about it.
3 minutes.
They were
I think they
weightless
were in
for 3
space
minutes.
for 3 minutes, I think. and Katy Perry's whole life changed. I think it was 3 minutes. Could you fact check us, Doug? Is that okay? How long they were up there for? Dig it up, Doug. I love saying that. I think it was 3 minutes, dude. Yeah, but I don't know if they paid to go on there. I don't know. Like you say, I don't know. There's videos of the door opening, and then he goes up to try and open it a different way, and it just seems like 11 minutes.
Yeah,
fair enough.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Bone density will be going down.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine. I don't know if I feel like if you have the IQ of an astronaut, like there's many female astronauts.
Yeah.
If you have the IQ of an astronaut, you're probably not bothered by this. Probably not bothered by the hoo-ha. You're probably not like, why are they celebrating the singer who went up for 11 minutes? You're probably not. You're probably on the next level of enlightenment. Hopefully, maybe your brain is powerful enough to separate.
I think,
but equally, if it was me, I'd be a bit annoyed. I'd be a bit like,
if
come on,
an astronaut has a job, right, as well. Like, so to be an astronaut, you go to college, uni,
would have thought
NASA,
so. Yeah.
all these things, right? And you're an astronaut. If you just go there,
it's just not the same, is it?
You're not astronaut, are you? It's like saying you're a World Cup racer because you stood at the side.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It would annoy you. I think it would annoy you if you were an astronaut. I think it would. Because you've been up there for however many weeks, like going to the toilet in a suction.
Yeah, and that woman,
pipe.
those people who got left up there.
They got stuck up there. Was there a woman up there that got stuck?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Her whole body changed, didn't it? You see her chin got really big and stuff. It's dead weird.
Did it?
Yeah, the whole bone. Yeah, the whole bone density thing goes crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There was a guy who went up there apparently for like 6 months, and he really struggled when he got back because he couldn't walk and all this stuff. Yeah, if you look, her chin kind of like grew and her hair went grey and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, gnarly.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so thankfully Katie didn't come back like that, bless her.
What was the
crazy?
So
man?
what
a
was
crazy
the
world we live in?
We're talking about something that we don't know about, aren't we? Both of us.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do, isn't it?
Do you know what the goal was for it? It was what was it?
Point. I don't know. But
No.
you know what I was thinking?
No.
I'm going to tell you after the break.
Hey.
What would, it could go wrong.
Yeah.
Like they're literally sat on a rocket with rocket fuel. It's not safe, is it?
Do you know what? It must have been like an amazing experience. I'm not going to say it probably would be life changing. I've never been on a rocket.
I haven't been on a rocket either.
I think it was the way it was life changing. The way it was life changing was maybe a little bit
yeah.
I don't know, self-indulgent.
Yeah. What did you say about?
That's what Hollywood people do.
I've never felt love this strong or something as well.
Yeah, leaving everyone behind for 11 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was thinking though, you know, what if it had all gone wrong? And I think maybe that was his plan. Didn't Jeff put his partner on there? I think his wife on it, weren't he? Maybe he was thinking,
did he?
I'll shoot her off into space. Fucking.
I didn't know Jeff did space.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jeff Bezos's. Yeah, Blue Origin, yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a billionaire thing, isn't it? It's what they do.
Just space.
Yeah.
But is his good? What does he... Well, clearly, Katy Perry went on it.
It looks different.
It doesn't really do anything, does it? He can't actually reach space. He just goes...
He just goes into just above it, doesn't he? Just into space, I guess.
Because all... Like, you know, you can see those... Have you seen those flights where you go weightless for like a matter of seconds?
Yeah.
You're achieving anti-gravity just by like, essentially... Yeah,
I mean, you...
Like when you go over a bridge.
Yeah, and you can feel that at Alton Towers on that lift one, can't you? You know, the lift that drops.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know how high they went. I think it was about... Was it 60 miles up? I think it was 60 miles up. Again, I've been away while all this happened, so I say away. Jesus Christ. So sad. It's not like I've been to the moon or anything. But it's just fascinating to me that that's what's going on in the world, that you've got these pop stars just going to space, just having life-changing experiences. It's crazy. I wonder think she'll write a song about it. Did she? Yeah, what's it called? Did she?
Me.
Yeah, but she's already done it. Oh, that's a great PR stunt. Do the space, come back. Recently? No, like 2011. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean now. Like, if she released it now, it'd be great. Like, full, life-changing.
The cost of space travel.
Yes.
Let's have a look. Anything for you up there? Do you want to go up there?
Do I want to go up to space, dude? I mean, I'm going to say no at this point, I'll be honest. It depends.
Nothing for me up there, personally.
Give us something good to talk about on here. I could be all sat cross-legged, telling you got a daisy in my hair. Life's changed. I feel so connected to the world. I'm connected to the wood lice. I'm connected to the insects, the birds, the bees. I'm going to repopulate the Earth on my own. Like, all of it. I could do it all, but I don't know, dude. If I want to go to space, I'll be honest with you. Depends who's on there with me. Travis? I'll go space. Me and Travis Pastrana are going to space.
Previous auctions for seats on Blue Origin flights
Did she pay?
28 million. I don't know if she paid.
28 million for 11 minutes.
Floating around a bit.
Whoa.
Well, if you need the toilet in that... Imagine for 11 minutes... Imagine you need the toilet during the 11 minutes, how much that's costing you.
If you got food poisoning just before you went. Yeah. You're like, no.
What would you eat
and
leading
you just
up to
puckered
it?
up the whole time.
Man, I'd eat some bread. I'd eat some bread. Nothing else. Bread and water. Even water, I'd be a bit like... We'll stick with a Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola and bread before that flight. Did I even read that right?
28 million and you've got the squits in space.
Oh my.
You got them so bad that your eyes are watering and you can't see Earth because you're like, ah.
Imagine how much of a petrol station sushi just as you're queuing up. All right, guys.
Morning, Jeff. He's like, what are you doing?
Just ruin it. Just fill that capsule up with turd. Everyone hating you.
Does a fart smell dissipate in anti-gravity?
What, like in the bath where it all smells the same?
No, but
I don't know. I actually don't know what happens with smell.
Maybe it stays around. Maybe it sticks around in there.
Have you ever been? Have you ever been interested about the space station, into the ISS? There's
I don't
tours
believe
of
in
it. You don't believe in it? There's tours around it, and all of the walls are like
Covered in shit.
Well, essentially, yeah. It's like, what is all that dirt? It's fecal matter, isn't it? It's like white walls with all just like... It's really horrible up there. I really feel for those people that got stuck up there. It sounds awful.
Yeah.
How long were they up for there for?
9 months.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Elon got him back, right?
They have to almost like train to not go mad. You have to undergo like fierce psychological analysis to make sure that you don't just lose your mind up
crazy,
there.
mate. It's gnarly. What about you? Space? Into it?
Absolutely no.
What about free if Motul paid?
I wouldn't. I have no interest in space, actually. Well, I'm very interested in it, but like going up there, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's such an interesting place where we live. Yeah. In it. Yeah. But by that I mean Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Surrey Hills.
I mean, quite interesting here.
Earth's amazing.
Yeah. It would be, dude. It would be cool to see it. You know, from up there and just see it. It would be cool, but also.
I love that image.
It's all right.
What was that capsule they sent out, and it was just taking images and transferring them back to Earth, and then the last image it's got is just this tiny little... It's like the image was perfect because it was just this little blue ball lit up by the sun.
Beautiful.
That's the last image that it sent, and now it's off. It's like...
Really?
It's got loads of stuff in it. It's got loads of like...
Oh, in case it gets like...
Yeah, it's like one of those
like
capsules.
A time capsule.
Yeah, a time capsule. Exactly, yeah. But it was taking pictures. I might have butchered that, but I've seen the image itself is very cool. It's the smallest Earth is in a picture.
Wow.
It's like the shot from the furthest away.
That's cool.
And you just think...
I wonder what they put in the time capsule.
Everyone you've ever known in history is there.
Yeah.
No one's been lost in space, have they? Because that would be like biological matter from Earth being left out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think so.
Like, we don't just chuck... Like, the toilets up there. I don't know why we've got onto plumbing. We're talking about space, and I have to find it interesting that the plumbing. But, I mean, they don't just dump it out, all the dumps out, do they? Because that'd be like just biological matter in space smashing into a load of Starlink.
They must do. Or do they bring it back on something?
I think they bring it back. Otherwise, the Earth would be getting smaller.
Otherwise, the Earth would be getting smaller. What if they didn't bring the poo back from the space station?
That would mean the Earth would be getting smaller because that would be biological matter. I suppose in theory,
taken away
we've got
from the
all of the stuff orbiting Earth that is it is like essentially stuff from Earth that's spinning around it. But the capsule, I guess, has gone off into space in one direction,
and it's just gone.
That's gone, and that's now the Earth is smaller.
It's somewhere. That's weird to think, isn't it? It is somewhere now. Did
we talk about it when Jono was on the other day? He said something really interesting the other day.
What?
Did we talk about the Everest?
No.
If Everest was, if the Earth was small enough that you could hold it in your hand, you wouldn't. The gaps in your thumbprint would be bigger than Everest, so you wouldn't even be able to feel Everest.
It's smooth.
Yeah, the Earth would be completely smooth from.
Oh. Yeah, he did mention that. Yeah, that's a trip, isn't it?
Did you mention it on the podcast? Have I just repeated something that's...
I'm not sure.
God, how boring. This podcast, it must
sure.
be this point. We'll be able to check on analytics that this is the point where people are like, he said the same hearsay that he heard that we heard last week. I found that really interesting.
Speaking of analytics, we've been diving into the analytics, and we know that there's 70% of people who watch and listen to this podcast that aren't subscribed. So I'm going to do a quick down the barrel, hit subscribe, hit the bell. That would make a massive difference to us. And I'm finding it awkward looking down the barrel saying this, but thank you very much, and we appreciate you. But yeah, people aren't subscribing, dude. Death of the follower.
When you said thank you very much and appreciate you,
yeah,
don't you think that's like when there's a sign that says thank you for not parking here, it makes me want to park there. Do you know what I mean?
All right, don't subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Yes, it's true. You are right. I was going to, hit that on the start. What's it called? Call to action. CTA.
Call to action.
Hit subscribe, please. And you can leave comments now on Spotify, so leave some of those. That's very nice. We do read them all.
Yeah.
Reply to all of them.
I actually do subscribe. I'd subscribe differently now on my YouTube to what I used to. Okay. Now I subscribe like support.
Nice.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Click subscribe.
I need to do it. I do it. But I'm also mindful of. It's weird that the algorithm safety blanket that you can build by accident is quite weird.
Oh, what do you mean?
Algorithm safety blanket is, let's say, here's a good example. Let's say I am looking up. I want to watch a video. How do you ride the Trans Pennine Trail? I don't want that in my normal algorithm.
Well, okay.
So I'll switch accounts to a different YouTube one. Yeah, and then I'll watch it somewhere else and then flip back.
Because you don't want to ever hear about Trans Pennine Trail ever again.
I want it done. I want it left over there. Thank you very much. Yeah.
More content would it make you feel sick if you saw it now?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Make my bum hurt. Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't know. I am protective over it, though. Weirdly protective over my algorithm, especially with music and stuff. If I'm in the van with Emma and she's like, oh, let me put this new song on. I'm like, no, I don't want it in my algorithm. Then it's going to change what it thinks I like.
Yeah.
I like what I like. And then sometimes it pisses you off because it only plays the same songs over and over again.
I was trying to search monster trucks and stuff on Georgie's one to try and infect it with boyish stuff.
Remember you cosplay.
Yeah. I just want it more boyish. I just want it to be like all the cute things and then monster trucks.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hey, I know what I did as well.
Go on.
I want to talk about. I went to Red Bull. Formation.
Okay.
Red Bull Formation. The BMX event in Manchester.
Oh, you did, yeah. What was it like?
Dude, it's sick. So good.
What's the overview of Formation? What actually is it?
Red Bull Formation. I guess this is an event created by Kieran Riley. BMX weapon. Olympian.
Yeah, he's a world's first machine as well, isn't he?
And Red Bull athlete. So the whole concept of this event was world firsts. To get the best riders in the world together on this sort of interesting course, as in it wasn't a course, it was features. Right. So there was 4 features. So when we got there, the first one that they were riding was a quarter pipe, huge roll in, just a quarter pipe. And that was the first feature. So we watched that one. Second feature was, I'd say, I'm not good at BMX terminology. I think it was a mini ramp. So that's kind of this with a few boxes and bits to drop in on stuff. Second feature was a bigger mini ramp, I think.
Yeah. Did it have a spine or not?
Nah, didn't have a spine. It was just a bigger mini ramp, I think. Yeah, it was.
Not vert.
No, not vert. It was just bigger.
I guess Kieran knows exactly what people are gonna. Like to do a world's first, you obviously need a certain amount of air time.
Yeah.
But then you don't want too much. Like Darkfest would be insane if they were like,
yeah,
I want to try 1080 cash roll
Yeah.
on the 90 footer. It's too much, isn't
Too
it?
much,
So
yeah. So
you want to scale it back
scale
to
it
like the
back.
maximum.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So they basically, and then the last one, sorry, was a roll-in, fun box, and then a quarter. But they were just riding out the quarter. So yeah, the whole concept was really interesting because as a viewer, as a spectator, you just went around these 4 different features. So
sounds really good to watch that.
They built this like bank. They called it, I think they called it the bank or the something like that, and it was just all spectators. It was like prison yard style. It was pretty cool. So it was like 4 levels of different people and spectators and judges, screens everywhere, so you could see what was going on because it was all on one level. It was kind of hard to see sometimes, especially because you got a lot of tall people there. Who, you know, it's like being at a gig, stand in front of you and viewing, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But thankfully they had screens up so you could see everything. And basically it was each individual event was judged separately, but then they got an overall score at the end. So it was like you could win one feature, move on to the next one, etc.
Is this the first formation?
Yeah, it's the first one they've ever done.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
What was cool, man, is you could see easily how they could roll that out. The venue they used in Manchester was insane. It's so cool. It was just, I think it's an old bus or a train station or something. Big venue, real big. But I guess in an arena it'd be even better because you could sit and actually look down on something. Whereas with this, it was cool because you were on the floor and it was, you know, you were pretty close, but it was hard to see at times. But that was just me, you know. I was just trying to stay on the side. You weren't really sure like how to get to certain bits and whatnot. But ultimately, the concept was so sick. Of just, it was women first, then men, and then the whole concept was just world firsts. Just a banger trick after banger trick, and it was jam format.
So do you think people would like train for it, or like had obviously people go with a trick in mind?
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know if they had a trick in mind, but I think I was stood next to someone. Obviously, Kieran Riley did that triple flare. Did he do a triple flare?
Yeah.
Before though, at Asylum Skate Park.
Yes.
And then the guy was like, "Oh, it's basically built. This feature's built exactly the same. Is he going to do that again?" But he didn't do that one again. But yeah, you could see that there was one. There was like a flare. Mate, the terminology, it's really hard to figure out what they were doing. I think even half the time, the commentator, you know Tim Warwood, don't you? He was commentating with another dude. And even they were just like, wait, what was that? Like, let's go to the judges. What was it? What did he just throw? But yeah, it was really cool event, man. Really enjoyed it. Really fun day out. Red Bull obviously kill it with those events anyway. Like it was hard because it was quite long, but the commentators and the energy stayed in the room, and I thought that was really interesting from an event perspective. Like, it would have been easy to lose people because you're like, it's getting a bit long now, and like, but now commentators did great. They kept the energy there. The music was good, and they just kept things.
Is it called Formation? Did you say?
Yeah, Red Bull Formation. Yeah.
Weird, because that's the same. I thought I was getting confused. That's the same as the women's free ride thing.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Is it called Formation? It was called Formation. Yeah.
Yeah, that was called that.
Yeah, Red Bull Formation.
But I can't find any of the. I was hoping I could list off some of the world's first that happened, but it's
Hooked it, didn't I? Red Bull featured.
He's
got it wrong.
No, well, I'm glad I
Red Bull
actually
featured. Thank you.
Failed at finding it then.
I have a new favourite BMX rider.
Oh God,
Kevin Perazza.
Oh man, he's a man, isn't he?
Unreal, dude. Absolutely unreal. And you know what it was about it? It wasn't the fact of him trying to do. He tried to do like a. Let's say one of his would be, I think, a world first. I'm not sure, but just epic trick would be like a over the fun box, like a 180 and then just manual out.
Yeah.
Just finding it really difficult. It wasn't that. It was watching him in warm up. Just what is that? I don't know what the thing is. There's just Steez element.
Yeah.
He was doing these threes.
He's like smiling the whole time.
Massive
chilling.
smile.
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah. Just full of energy. And he was doing these threes, dude. But like looking at the crowd, massive smile, steezy as everything he did was just on point, perfect steez. Oh man, I was like excited just to watch him warm up. I'm like, just because he's just chilling, just throwing whips and like I was thinking about it before. It's kind of like a moto whip. It's like you go to a freestyle motocross competition and they're going to do triple backflips now or whatever they're going to do, rock solid double flips, whatever. But still, seeing someone just throw a whip, you're still like, oh, that was sick.
You just know, don't you? Yeah.
And it was just like, it was just doing the sickest stuff just constantly. Just so cool to watch.
I met him years ago in South Africa at a night harvest thing. and he was so impressive.
Really?
It's just like,
did you meet him with Jono? Because Jono was there. I saw Jono, and Jono said he'd met him in Mexico, maybe.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure he said Mexico.
No, I didn't see him there, but he could well have been.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure he said Mexico. Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, it made great event. Really enjoyed it. Kieran Riley, absolute showstopper of an ending. Last rider, last few seconds, did a world's first. God knows what it was, but it turns out he broke his foot, I think, on that as well.
No way.
Yeah, I should have done more research.
There are 11 world firsts, apparently.
11 world firsts.
Yep.
Yeah. Hannah Roberts was really impressive as well. The US, she's from America.
Yeah.
She was incredible to watch. I mean, all of them were absolutely incredible. Natalia Diem, I think she's called the Australian girl. She was incredible to watch. I mean, they all were, dude. They were all just throwing down. Like, it was so sick.
540 triple tail whip to bar spin.
Dude, that was... It's just hard to even comprehend what's going on, though. You know? And it's so high. Like, the pop on the lad is massive.
Imagine you had to do that to save the world.
Yeah,
I could spend the rest of my life trying to do that, and I wouldn't be able to.
And the bar at the end was, you're watching him doing it, and he landed it a few times, but not with the bar, and you're just like, where's he going to fit that in?
Yeah.
There's literally, it's like, he's catching the bike. What was it? Double?
It was a 540 triple tail whip to bar spin.
Okay, so he's catching the bike on the last tail whip, getting back round, looking at the landing, spinning. And then you just like, where's he putting the bar? Where's he putting the bars in? But yeah, he managed to do it, dude. On the last hit, the last. And
that's
event,
what he broke his.
I think that's what he broke his foot. I only know because he was meant to come on here, but he's broke his foot.
Right.
But the people at Red Bull didn't know if he was going for surgery, so yeah, he's not here.
There was also a 720 triple tail whip.
There was a 770 triple tail whip. Yeah, mate, it's video game shit, right? Like, it's actually is video game stuff. To watch it, you just can't comprehend what's going on. Like they say, 11 world firsts. It was so cool watching Logan Martin as well, because he's kind of one of those guys, Logan Martin. I think he's been around. I'm not a massive BMX fan, but whenever I've watched X Games, Dew Tour, whatever, Logan Martin has always been there. So it was just cool to see that person.
Yeah.
In person was pretty cool. The homie Judd Jones as well from the UK. He did a world's first, which was like a front flip double tail whip, maybe it might have been. I can't quite remember what it was, but that was pretty damn impressive as well. Mate, all of it was impressive, to be honest with you. Like,
was the jump, the straight air, was that over a double-decker bus? That's the picture that they've used on the site.
They didn't use that.
They didn't use that, no.
No, it wasn't in there. But yeah, I saw that before, but no, they didn't use that. But it was in that venue.
Oh, wicked.
Really cool venue. Yeah, really, really, really cool venue. Cool. Yeah, mate, sick event. I think it's more you can just see how that could roll out into something, you know, a tour or something quite easily, because it's just so, you know.
I've never ridden
replicable.
skate park. I don't. Never good enough, but I did used to love at NAS going to just the energy in a room where there's people trying stuff, and there's sort of that like element of the crowd being there, and there's a time limit, and and like,
dude, you summed it up exactly. So imagine that with Kieran Riley. He's like the face of the event. Last hit, wall of people, commentators, loud music. You're right, man. It was goosebump shit, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever really experienced that with riding. Like, I guess I had stuff that I'm really trying to land in dirt jump contests, but it's not the same. There's something so cool about it because everyone's like getting behind you. No one's. Yeah. I don't know. It's mega cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't even imagine what that pressure would be like for him. You know, I think they were live broadcasting it as well. Like, there's a lot of people you know, watching it and stuff, even there in person. And similar to you, I was thinking about the same thing. Like, I remember, you know, in my dirt jump days, especially being younger, trying to do things, and you've got your mates there and they're all egging you on, and you get into this zone where you just fucking come on. It's that times like
a million.
Yeah. And you're actually doing a world's first. I was, you know, probably doing a tail whip or something. I can't remember. Yeah. Whatever.
I love riding. It's basically the start of trail season for me, and I absolutely love it. But what I would say about trails is they require like this whole setup. I think there's something so cool about, like, it still feels simple to me, trails, but there's something so cool about like a BMX and just being able to just enjoy a car park and a curb and just being able to like go out. And I wish I was good enough to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I still require like a winter of digging and then all of this like prep and you know, it is a simple bike. The bike's it's not that simple.
Yeah, the bikes are simple, aren't they? I think, again, I was thinking the same thing about watching the BMX event.
Yeah.
I've not seen a BMX event in person for years, but it looks exactly the same. The bikes is the same. There's nothing really changed that much.
Yeah.
And it just looks so, I don't know, I guess it's one of those, the entry level is probably really low for that.
Yeah.
For
like
a kid.
Street BMX is like,
you know, a bit of park, I guess, if you've got a council or a local government that's got a skate park, you can probably get into it relatively easily. But it just, I don't know, it's kind of cool to see, isn't it?
It's amazing. Like street BMX, I remember thinking, like I was a big skateboard fan, not doing it, but fan of the sport, and I'd like follow it because my brothers would do it. And I remember when BMX streets started picking up, I just thought, come on, man. You can do a bar spin, you can manual, you can maybe do a bunny up tail whip out of a fly out. Yeah. It's not enough to keep you going. Like a skateboard, there's so many different ways you can grind and this and that and this and that. And how wrong was I? Like
True.
BMX street it's way more insane than I ever.
Yeah.
Like some of those riders are some of the most impressive riders, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. And I think a really core as well, which is, I think that's with that event, I guess, looking at it from the outside, looking at it, you kind of like, is it going to attract like core BMXers as well? Are they going to find this cool? I don't know. I'm not in the BMX scene enough to know, is this riding with all that stuff, with the Red Bull, the this and that, is that cool to the core guys? But what I was going to say is, as you walk in, there was a huge area for putting bikes and stuff, and it was just all what I'd call core BMX and core people in there as well that looked very in the scene. You know,
you can't knock a 540 tail whip to bar spin, can you?
No.
Even if
no, you're right. Even if you're a no helmet wearing super core BMXer, it's still like that's.
It's sort of undeniable, isn't it? It's pretty. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good event, man. Really enjoyed it actually. Big up. Yeah, it's cool. Cool to see, and it's just cool to see that they could roll this out quite easily. I think into different areas and. You know, maybe that's like the hard line of BMX. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. Enjoyed it, mate. Manchester trip.
Wicked.
Let's do an ad.
Let's.
It's a good one, this.
Yeah, please. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a real good one. Dropping in. Olly's just nipped to the bathroom, so I thought I'd just have a quick HUEL break, which is actually the perfect segue into this ad. We are extremely excited to welcome HUEL to the podcast. If, like me, you end up running late, you don't have time for breakfast, and you just end up starving all the time, like I do. We've all been there, all right? You're racing around, you're trying to do meetings, you're doing school pickups, which I don't do. Whatever it is, you're going to need something delicious, easy, quick, nutritious to fill the void. So this podcast is now sponsored by HUEL, HUEL, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand with over 400 million meals sold worldwide. Yes, you heard it right. That's 400 million. HUEL is trusted by people just like you and me to fuel their days with convenient, complete nutrition. So you can now actually try it for yourself with our exclusive discount code. You can get 10. In fact, no, we're not doing 10. We're going to do 15% off with our code RIDE at HUEL.com. But I also want to tell you about my personal favorite, okay? Strawberry banana. My two favorite things. I love strawberries. I love bananas. You can't go wrong with putting them together. Plus adding 35 grams of protein. These things leave you feeling full and you're not like scratching around for food in gas stations. You're not grabbing a quick fast food meal or whatever. You can actually tick that nutritional deficiency off with a good quality product. So yeah, this is my personal favorite. I also love the new black edition, the ready to drink. It's got another whopping 35 grams of protein, 27 different vitamins and minerals, and it all comes in one handy bottle. Basically it tastes like milkshake, and who doesn't love milkshake? So That's 15% off with code RIDE at HUEL.com. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with HUEL. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Biking. Cheers, HUEL.
All right, let's talk about something serious. Bike theft. It's brutal. You put time, money and love into your bike and then one day, gone. And here's the worst part. 60% of bike thefts happen at home. Now, I've been using HIPLOK since they first started the original HIPLOK chain lock back in 2011. It was the first ever wearable bike lock, and I've had mine for years, but HIPLOK hasn't stopped innovating. They've gone next level with the 1000 series, and honestly, this is a game changer. The D1000 is the world's first anti-angle grinder bike lock. Now, if you don't know, angle grinders are how most bikes get stolen these days, because they cut through normal locks like butter. But this, it literally stops them. It uses graphene composite technology, has a square profile to defeat bolt croppers, and even features anti-rotation double locking tabs, which means if a thief wants to cut through it, they'd have to do it twice. Good luck with that. And they don't just stop at locks. HIPLOK also made the AX1000 anchor, so now you can bolt your own bike down at home, stopping thieves again in their tracks. Whether you've got an e-bike, a motorbike, a jet ski, or a bike you'd die for, this is the setup you need. Serious security for serious riders. We have an exclusive offer just for the TRC family. We'd like to offer a free Jaw Plus compact bike rack and Z-Lock combo security tie with a 1000 series purchase. That's with the exception of the BR1000 bracket. All you got to do is use the discount code The Ride Companion in caps at hiplok.com/The Ride Companion. Don't wait until you're posting stolen. Keep an eye out on Instagram. Get protected with HIPLOK. Back to the show.
We're good. We're back in. Hey, I saw you and Mr. Rob Warner went to ride the new trail at BikePark Wales.
That's right, we did. We went to, it's called The Martian.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really good actually. I
named after the Welsh
Martian. Do you actually know a story about what it's named?
No.
What would you name a trail if you built a trail?
Stuart.
That'd be your trail. You should build a trail near your house and it should be called Stuart.
All right, I'll do it. Game on. Yeah, you watch. Stuart Trails.
There you go. So I went up with Warner and we rode the new trail. Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite exciting going. It's also nerve-wracking going to a new trail and knowing it's like, because it's like all of the trail rating things, I wouldn't ever pay attention. I wouldn't ever really even think about looking at a trail in the woods. And as soon as it's in the bike park and it's got the rating, you're like, oh, this one's like the pink purple colour.
Okay.
Which is like the pro line sort of thing.
Yeah.
So how stupid is that? I spend all my time riding all kinds of trails that are completely
until they put that on there, you're like,
as soon as they put a sign up, you're like, I don't know if this is for me. But
it's for you, dude. Don't worry.
We went for a wicked. We had a wicked day actually, Warner and I. And
what's the trail like?
Yeah, it's mint. It's good. Basically, it's like a whole trail in the mid section of BikePark Wales, and it's just got some. Bike park trails tend to be flatter, more long jumpy, all of safer, yeah. And these are kind of more dirt jumpy, so they've got more radius and you go higher. So it was really fun actually.
Sick.
And to see Rob go through them was wicked fun, and yeah, had a top day.
Right, good. That's cool, man. I listened to a bit of Rob. Yesterday he did Gypsy Tales.
Yeah,
was it
dead
like? Nice to listen to, man.
Yeah,
because I don't usually take in much mountain bike content, but when it was Rob, I'm like, I just kind of want to know what he's like in that situation as well, knowing that how he can be with interviews, you know what I mean, and stuff. Yeah, so I was just kind of like interested, but yeah, he smashed it. It was so interesting, and the fact he talked about this and like that side of him going through the autism diagnosis and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, did he? Yeah,
it was good. Really good.
I've been meaning to.
It was good.
I've been meaning to listen to it. Yeah,
it's a good episode. Really cool. Yeah, I need to go check that trail out at BikePark Wales.
So that's your listening. Is the
yeah.
I don't have a listening, but I do have a watching.
Ooh, I do. What's yours? Please.
Mine is
same one.
Do you reckon it is?
I don't know.
It could be.
Go on then.
It could be. Mine is 50 Shades of Clay 2.
Oh, it's not the same one. Sick.
So, do you know what this is?
Sort of.
Mate, it's so cool. As you know, I'm a big Trails fan. But it's basically a summary. We have some amazing dirt jumps in the UK. I don't want to call them dirt jumps, trails. And it's a year long, from Bonehouse, it's a year long culmination of filming. Basically, it's from the inside out. So it's someone who, Sam Barrow, goes to all of the trails and with all of the right people that dig up there. It's all of the stuff that you don't see on Instagram. It's like a world that lives on in the woods, and it's a perfect summary of it. I can't recommend it enough, and it'd be rad to support it. It's available for digital download, but I loved it. And
really?
You've only got to watch the trailer.
So where do you watch it?
You
know? Is it on their website or something?
Do you know, I should have prepared.
It's okay. We'll put a link
for this
in the show description, though, because I'd also really like to obviously support it if we can.
It's Bonehouse Video, Gumroad, but it's basically, you can't miss it. It's, you know, it's $5.99 to watch it, but it's
all filmed in the UK.
Yeah. No, some of it's they go to Lorette as well.
Okay.
Like, it's funny. It's like a different language when you speak to someone in Trails, and I'm kind of obviously from Trails, grown up doing it and know everyone in it, but I'm not one of these guys that like I'm in the video very briefly, but like the everyone in this edit has done their fair share of digging, shall we say. Okay. So it's like a proper core video. It's as core as you can get, and it's BMX, mountain bike, all these different spots, and I'd recommend watching it. It's very cool.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to 100% download it.
There are no world's firsts, but there's some amazing riding.
Yeah, mate. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. That's a great one. Really good watching. Mine is going to be... I've got two.
Okay.
One I only dipped my toe into last night, but thought it was interesting. Fucking people ringing me, man, all day.
Too popular.
It's too popular, aren't I? It's gravel companies looking for...
more bags.
All right, I dipped my toe into this last night.
Yeah.
So it's not really a watching. WrestleMania on Netflix.
Oh.
I just dipped my toe in.
Interesting.
I went on
what's
Netflix.
That then? What is it?
WrestleMania. I guess it's the big wrestling event that they have every year.
Okay.
And that's all
is
I really
this WWE?
know. WWE.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
And what... Okay, it's not really the... So I think it happened this past weekend over Easter. I think there was WrestleMania. I think. Again, not 100%, but I watched a bit of it and I just kept skipping through and was a bit kind of like, this is mental, as if people sit and watch this. I'm sure there's loads of wrestling fans, but it's very strange. And there's Logan Paul there in like little, you know, tight pants.
So do they build... Honestly, I've never got into...
No.
Is it just called wrestling?
I think that's called American professional wrestling. I don't know.
But it's like they make stories, don't they?
Yes.
From what I understand.
It's like a drama, isn't it, as well? And then they have these rematches and whatever. But John Cena was in the one that I watched last night, and I was like, that's pretty cool, because even I remember who he is. But what's actually cool is on Netflix, they've put all of the WrestleManias from like 1985. So that's what I enjoyed, because I used to watch it as a kid. So I went to 1994, when I roughly would have been about 8, and I might have watched it.
Were you like, it was real then? It was real fighting.
I mean,
when you were 8.
Were we ever? 8? Oh, I don't know, man. I'd like to think I weren't that dumb. Maybe I was. I don't know. But I did like it as a kid.
Yeah.
The British Bulldog. I used to love Bret Hitman Hart. I used to have his glasses.
Oh, mate, so you're a wrestling fan.
I was.
Wicked, I didn't know this.
I used to enjoy it. I used to like it. But as a kid, aren't you? You had all the little action figures. So it was cool to go back. And I just skipped through 1994, 1995. I just skipped through. I was like, oh, I remember that guy. I remember this.
I wish it's something that completely escapes me.
But
I don't understand.
It was hard to watch when we were kids, wasn't it? You couldn't... I don't know what channel it was on. We used to have to get a video.
It's probably exciting because it was American as well, right?
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah,
it's like this exotic thing. It's like...
Used to go and get a video. I remember going to watch it. It came to Sheffield once. And I went there with my dad. I remember going to watch it. And that's where I got my Bret Hitman Hart sunglasses. And
nice.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's just interesting that's on there. And I guess
would
if people want a bit of nostalgia.
I would love to speak to someone who's into it as a grown up. Obviously, you were into it when you were way younger. It completely escapes me. It's not a sport, but it's not So it's not real. Is it more acting or is it more dance? Is it more...
It's a bit of everything, isn't it? It's
it's
interpretive dance.
I don't understand it at all. And it's so
athletes.
Massive. Yeah, no doubt.
Actual and I did think that exact thing. I watched Logan Paul, who's a big dude. You know, he's a big unit, sort of like vault, backflip off a top rope. And I was like, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
There's no way I could ever do that.
Doug, are you into wrestling? No, have you been into it in the past? No, it didn't get you. Okay, loud and clear. I thought there was a chance. I just thought I'd put it out there.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
It's really hard. No doubt. I don't
know. I just thought it was
performance
interesting.
Art, isn't it?
It's just interesting that it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's in
so big.
The Raiders Stadium, and it's sold out for 2 nights.
Yeah.
All blokes. You know, it's all blokes just kind of like cheering it on. I just think it's kind of interesting. Anyway, my actual watching would be on Netflix as well, The Diamond Heist.
Oh, mate, I just watched first episode.
Banging.
So we did have the same watching.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I knew we might have.
Yeah. Mum's
fantastic series.
Comes with my mum's recommendation. So I'm in, yeah.
Of course, Valerie Wilkins. It's Valerie?
Sure.
No, that's Bowman's mum, Claire Wilkins.
Valerie
will do. Diamond Heist, yeah, banging. What a series. Guy Ritchie, producer. That's
it's
why
really
it looks
well
like Guy
done.
Ritchie.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Guy Ritchie's the man behind it, I think. But yeah, really well told story. And do you remember it happening?
No.
I see, I do. I have like a vague recollection of it.
So
year 2000, I'll have been 14. Give or take, so it's kind of like
So it's the world's largest diamond,
world's largest robbery if they'd have carried it out.
Okay, so it was in the O2 arena.
And
basically, Guy Ritchie's got
the guy who did it, Lee Wenham.
Yeah,
he was one of the instigators of this operation.
Yeah,
and there was another 5.
Well, it was the Millennium Dome then. It wasn't the O2 Arena. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I got
Millennium Dome then. Yeah, so they basically it was interesting because they go into the history of the dome, don't they?
Yeah,
and how they built this thing, but it was kind of in a shithole.
Yeah,
in Greenwich, like kind of shouldn't really be there.
I remember
East End of London is kind of surrounded by crime. A lot of it, I think. I don't really know London that well. Obviously they did have good security and stuff, but how it basically flopped. And I don't remember that. I remember going as a kid. We went on a school trip to it. And I do vaguely remember being a bit like, this is just a bit massive and weird.
Yeah.
You know, it had like a human body that you walked through. And I do remember going. I remember the McDonald's was massive. I think it had like world's biggest McDonald's there or something crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting that the guy, have you got to the bit where the dude from the Diamond Company is talking about the security there?
Yeah.
And how he's like, it's mental that they decided
to I don't know how long the series is.
3 episodes.
3 episodes, okay.
Yeah. So I'm let's not do any spoilers.
Through, yeah.
But
as an overview, the world's most valuable diamond is in the O2, and you've got it's full insight, isn't it?
Yeah.
With guys who were trying to steal the diamond, who I guess I haven't watched to the end, but I guess he did time for it, whatever. And it's got the full planning process. It is wicked, isn't it? It makes you want to do a bit of crime.
Sometimes, yeah, it does. Sometimes, yeah.
Because there's something so nice about the bloke as well. I haven't, as I say again, maybe I'm going to learn that he killed someone whilst he was trying, but like. There's something so likeable about the main character that they follow, isn't there?
Yeah. He's kind of like just trying to do what his dad did and trying to get, probably some approval from his dad and
who was a gangster.
Who was a gangster, was a gypsy traveling gangster.
Yeah.
Interesting story, man. Like it's so cool how they basically say that they put the world's most expensive diamond in the heart of crime, and there is this sort of like
in a tent
rush. Someone's going to try and get it. Like, who's going to try and get it? It's so funny. And they gave it a good crack.
It's real life. It's like Snatch, Lock, Stock. It's like real life gangsters. It's so interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And my last thing I wanted to just mention and give a shout out to my friend, Tai Woffinden, who is out of a coma. He had a massive crash. Speedway rider.
Right.
Big crash, I think, in Poland. He spent 3 weeks in a coma, medically induced coma. I've got to read you his list of injuries. It is so gnarly. Arguably one of the most hardest blokes I've ever known in my life. I think it's a bit of a weird one because I spent a lot of time with Tai when I was a bit younger. He used to live pretty much at my house, and my cousin worked for him as well. And it's just a nice dude, man. You know, Tai's story is really cool. He came from not a lot, lived in Scunthorpe in a caravan with his dad and his mum, and became Speedway World Champion. You know, moved from Australia to live in the UK, lived in a caravan, really roughed it, and he got there and he's made a career out of it and became World Champion, but then had a big crash. I don't know whether he'll get back on a bike, I don't know, but listen to this dude for some injuries. All right. So 10 days post-coma. So they put him in a coma. This is 10 days after when he did his Instagram post. Double compound right femur fracture, pinned and bolted. Broken back, TH9 plated and screwed to TH8 and TH10. Right humerus compound fracture. Lost 3 litres of blood and had a blood transfusion. Dislocated and smashed right elbow. 12 broken ribs. Punctured lung. Left broken shoulder blade. Dislocated left shoulder. Gnarly. And the fact that he's like up and walking already and left hospital, travelled home. After 5 weeks. After 5 weeks after the crash.
How unbelievable.
Gnarly, dude. Opens up a big topic about Speedway. I think, again, it's probably one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous sport in the world. And the fact that they have air fences around Speedway tracks. I don't know if you've been to Speedway before?
Never been to Speedway.
You want to go, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd love to go, and I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
And also, from a uneducated, I appreciate I'm completely uneducated on it. It doesn't look that dangerous to me.
Okay.
Like, it's like from my idea of danger is like coming from the sky and smashing trees and all of that. You know, I know you're correct.
I get you.
But like when you're on a motorbike and you're sliding along right next to the floor, I know they're going 70 miles an hour, but like
you think you can just slide off and
exactly. Like in my head, it's
and a lot of the time they do.
Like how that list of injuries is insane to me. Yeah. Like it goes to show how dangerous it really is.
Well, basically, this crash, 3 of them tangle up coming out the start. So a speedway bike goes 0 to 70 in about 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds.
You don't.
So
when
you
watch, you don't know that.
Fast,
it's like,
and then they tangle. It's horrible, dude. But then he basically goes. They straighten up and just go straight at a fence.
Yeah.
Now the speedway tracks, especially good ones, they no brakes. Obviously, they do have an air fence, so it's a big airbag around the corners. But I think the problem is with air fences, and the problem has always been with air fences, is that they do lift up, so they're not bolted down. So it's like a pillow, basically. So as soon as something does go in under it, you can basically go underneath it. It looks like...
And rider 1 goes in, and then it's
then
lifted,
you get followed.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's probably what's happened, and bless him, he's followed someone in or whatever and just hit what would probably be a concrete wall at about 70 mile an hour and just stop.
Yeah, I've never gone to one. I would love to.
Gnarly,
it sounds wild. Yeah,
it's been a weird. Don't know. It's been a weird one that for me. I'll be honest, because I'm not that close to Tai anymore. I'm close enough that I sent him a message and he replied, and we had a bit of a back and forth. But it's like if you found out that a friend that you knew 10 years ago got injured, you'd be like, it's just a weird one. It's like a weird relationship. We were really close to him as a family, like my family with Tai. We kind of helped him a little bit, I guess, with my cousin working for him and him living with my cousin a bit. And he used to spend a lot of time at my house when I lived with my friends, and we always used to go out partying and been around him in that scene for so long. And then when you hear he's potentially had a life-changing, if not life-threatening injury, it's like, whoa, bumpy ride. But thankfully, what I wanted to give the shout out is, I guess, because he's out of hospital, out of a coma, and he's made his way back home, and he's on the road to recovery.
Yeah, amazing.
And hopefully this is an eye-opening thing for him. And it's fucking gnarly, man. I mean, the guy's got kids, and I think it's one of those it's that realization that every time you do cock your leg over that bike, any bike, it could be your last, and like that's fucking hard to get your head around.
God, it's wild. I don't know if you saw, and I mean, it seems quite a gloomy way to end up. Yeah. Well, no, these guys are recovering. It's good.
Yeah.
Andreu, do you see Andreu's crash? Did you see the video of his crash?
No.
Oh, he's posted the video now. It's really crazy, and he's so dialed on a moto. When everything I've seen him on a push bike moto, he's just like he's really, really dialed rider.
Yeah.
And then just it takes one miscalculation and he's off the edge of that airbag. And I don't know if you saw the X-ray of his femur.
I didn't. I did. I did see the X-ray of his femur.
Gnarly, the injury. So get well soon to Andrea as well. I don't know. It's a weird way to end a thingy, but it just
part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is part of it. Yeah,
it's part of it. You do these dangerous things, do dangerous sports.
Yeah, when you see someone go down like that, it's wild, eh?
Yeah,
it's a dangerous sport, but I guess you cross the road and that's pretty dangerous too.
Yeah, and that's why gravel biking is the new extreme sport.
There you go.
We call that a callback.
And that's why you're going to be doing Land's End to John O'Groats.
Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. Yeah, great catch up, man. Really nice to hang out. And,
absolutely.
Shoot the shit a little bit in the new space.
Yeah, too right.
In the shed.
Good to be back. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and love.
If anyone did want some restrap stuff, 10% off. Code the Ride Companion.
Hey,
actually
really?
Yeah. I just asked them to set it up. I was like, might as well.
Yeah, nice.
They helped out, so big up. And please hit like and subscribe. Please hit subscribe.
Peace and love.
Like and subscribe. Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better than normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah.
Click on the video on Olly's face.
That's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.